Hi, welcome to your golden hour signature mat class. We'll focus on some balance, some strength, and some lengthening as well. So we'll go ahead and get started. You can stay in the middle of your mat. We're going to cross our right ankle over our left ankle. Squeeze the inner thighs together, lift the belly in and up, close the rib cage, relax the shoulders back and down, stacking them over your hips. And then take your arms up overhead, grab your right wrist with your left fingertips and side bend over to the left. So we're really getting a deep stretch here all throughout the right side as the right ankle crosses over toward the left and we lean toward the left. Notice if you're rounding forward here, stack your shoulders and then draw them down away from your ears. Keep your ribs in and your chin up. Take a big inhale, get longer here. Exhale, see if you can fold over a little bit more. Good, big breath in and exhale, bring it back to center. Release your arms, uncross your ankle, and then just switch sides. So stepping the left foot to the outside of the right, taking a big breath in here, shoulders down away from the ears, grabbing that left wrist, and then exhale, side bend over. So again, rolling that top shoulder open, keeping lots of space and length in the neck. Pick the chin up, draw the belly in. Inhale, get long here. Exhale, see if you can fold an inch or two deeper. Good, big breath in. And exhale, bring it back up to center. Let's turn towards the top of the mat. Step the right foot forward and the left foot back, coming into your lunge position, stacking shoulders over hips, really sinking into that lunge, feeling the space. Open up through the front of the right hip. Your back heel is high and your front knee is bent. Hands can come to your hips. Good. Inhale as you bend your bottom knee, coming low into your double lunge. Exhale, lift and squeeze. So we want to keep our gaze forward, stacking our shoulders over the pelvis and drawing the belly in to keep our balance. Our back knee comes low just underneath the hip. Press firmly through your front foot. Good. And exhale, lift, squeeze the glutes at the top. Take it down and lift. Let's go for 3 more. And if you're only coming halfway down, that's fine. 2. Good. Last one. Let's come all the way up to the top. Bring your arms in front of you, lifting your elbows, making a circle with your arms, kind of like hug a tree. We're going to come down into our double lunge, and as we do, we rotate open toward the front, so away from our front leg, and exhale, lift back to center. So we take an inhale, rotate, exhale, lift, return. So we're opening to the open side. Good, lift and squeeze. So what that does is it tries to throw us off our balance and we use our core and the strength of our legs to keep going. Lift and squeeze, give me 2 more. You got it. Lift and squeeze, last one. Hold it low here as you bring your arm back to center. Little pulses here for 8, 7, 6, you can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and step your back leg in. We're going to come to heel to arch alignment. We're going to work our way into a nice triangle pose stretch. So we're going to send our arms up on an angle over towards the left. Your left foot is forward, your right foot is behind. You have just a micro bend in your left knee. We're going to find a bow and arrow kind of actions. We're going to rotate open through that right shoulder, squeezing your right shoulder blade, sending your right elbow back behind you. Good, and then inhale as we come forward, we hinge just an inch deeper into our triangle pose. So we exhale, draw back, rotate. Inhale, come forward, find that angle. Exhale and rotate. Inhale just a little bit lower every time. Exhale, stack shoulders, squeeze shoulder blades. Inhale, reach. Keep your chin up off your chest the entire time, pressing firmly into both feet. Good, and we're just slowly opening up that right shoulder, reaching long through that left arm, and hinging down here to the side. So we're just easing into it. It's actually a pretty intense stretch. So we want to ease into it sometimes. Good. Last one right here. Go ahead and hold your right elbow back. Extend your right arm just up over your right shoulder. Your left arm is reaching towards the ground just under your left shoulder. And you can take a bend in that left knee if that feels better on your back. Good, and then bring your gaze up towards your right fingertips. Big breath in. Exhale, lift back up to center. Amazing work. We're going to hit the other side. So pivot towards the other side of your mat. Now your right foot is forward and your left foot is back. Coming into our lunge. Your legs are in line with your hips here. Hands can come to your hips as you lengthen through that left hip and open up that thigh. Good, and then getting ready here, back heel is high. Inhale, sink down into that double lunge and exhale, lift. Inhale down and exhale up. Keep your shoulders over your hips here. Notice if you're pitching forward. Try to keep your spine nice and tall. Drive the belly in. Pick the chin up off the chest. Know that your range of motion may be different today than yesterday, and that's okay. If you are only coming down halfway, that's totally fine. Good, let's go for 3. Let's squeeze at the top. 2. Good, last one, holding at the top. We bring those arms up, relax the shoulders down, lift your elbows like you're hugging a tree. As you come down, you rotate open to the front, and exhale, lift and lengthen. Inhale down and open, rotate and lift and lengthen. So we really want to try to find that rotation through the rib cage. We're keeping the legs where they are. We're keeping the hips where they are. Good, and exhale, lift, return. Let's go for 2 more. You can do it. Good, shoulders stay down. Last one here with this rotation. Bring it back to center, holding in that lunge, pulse down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stretch it up and walk that back foot in. And again, we have heel to arch alignment for our triangle pose, and both arms are going to come up to the right on a nice high angle. Inhale to prepare, exhale as you pull that left shoulder back, looking over your shoulder, rotating open, and then we bring it back forward. Good, so it's exhale, draw, rotate. Inhale and find a little bit deeper of an angle. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, reach. And we're just coming down slowly and with control after every repetition. We want to stack left shoulder on top of right. We want to reach long through that right arm. Good. Micro bend in that front knee. Press firmly through both feet. Last one here, hold that left elbow back, reaching that right arm towards the floor. Extend that left arm up over the shoulder. Good, maybe bring your gaze up, pull the belly in. Good, a big breath in. And exhale, coming all the way up. Nice work. Let's go ahead and make our way to the back of the mat. Feet come underneath the hips, take a big breath in. Draw your chin to your chest, round down through your spine, scooping your belly. Walk your hands out in 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank and hold. So hands are going to come underneath the shoulders here. A modification for plank, you can always bring yourself down towards your knees. You can always bring yourself down to your knees, shifting your weight towards the tops of your thighs and hugging your heels in. Otherwise, your toes are tucked under. Your hips are level with your back. Your chin is up off your chest. You're pressing up in between your shoulder blades. Breathing here. You have 8, 7, 6, and then we make a move for 4, 3, 2. We're going to move into a side plank. So step that left hand towards the center of the mat and then open up into your side plank. You have the option to stack your legs if you want more of a challenge. Stagger your feet, or you can drop your bottom knee. So wherever you are today, and we're just holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Drop your front foot down and then drop your bottom knee down, coming into your kneeling side kick position. Good, so we want our knee directly underneath our hip and wrist underneath our shoulder. Hand can come behind your head or to your hip if you need a modification for your neck. Lift your leg up to hip height and tap return. Now, if this kneeling position doesn't feel good for you, you can always come down to lying on your side, resting your head in your hand. Good, and just giving yourself a modification there, not being up on your wrist. We really want to lift up through that side body. Relax the shoulders down, pick the chin up. Go for 4. Good, and 3. Here's 2. Now for a challenge, let's try to hold that leg up. Big inhale here. Exhale as you rotate your upper body. Drop your right elbow down towards the floor, twisting through your spine, bringing your gaze over to the left, under your left shoulder. Good, and then stack yourself back up. Tap your leg, return. Good, so it's exhale, twist. Inhale, lift, tap, and return. So if you need a modification, just keep your toes down the entire time. Good, and just find that twist. Totally fine, good. Otherwise, you're finding that balance. Good, tap and lift. Go for 1 more here. Tap and lift, little lifts here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot to the floor. Send your right palm to the floor and pivot towards the top of your mat, coming into your tabletop position, keeping that right leg extended. Good, hands underneath the shoulders, hips are square. Draw your belly in and up to flatten your low back and engage your core. Exhale, lift and squeeze and tap. Lift and squeeze and tap. So we're going to come back down to the ground with lots of resistance and lots of control. We're reaching through those right toes, but the pelvis is super stable and steady as we move because the glutes, big muscles on the back of the body, they're doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Notice if you're sinking in your shoulders. Push the floor away, squeeze and reach, and tap. Go for 4. Awesome work. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Okay, challenge here. We're going to bring that left hand behind the head. Already enough of a challenge, right? Always an option to drop the toes to the floor. Same action here. We're going to exhale, twist through the upper spine, rotate, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale, open, tap, and lift. Good, so we twist, rotate, return, tap, lift. We're trying to execute this movement without adjusting or compromising the pelvis. So move slowly, and open, tap, return. You have 2 more. And if you have that modification, you're just working on that rotation. Good, twist, return, tap, hold that leg high, bring your palm back to the floor, circle in and around. In and around. Good, this is it for this side. You've got it. Reach through those toes. And again, try to keep those hips steady, moving that leg in that thigh joint. Go for 4, 3, 2, hold it there, circle back and around, squeezing, reaching for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Good, pull your leg in, sink your hips back to your heels. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and drop the left hip down, stack the legs, and take a quick mermaid stretch. So come down to your left forearm. Inhale, reach your arm up alongside your face. Good, and then exhale, press through your left palm, twist through your rib cage, reaching for your top shin. Tuck your chin in and around over your legs. Good. Inhale, come down and reach up and over, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, come up as you round and tuck, scoop deeply here. Good. And then lift back up to center. We're going to pivot towards the opposite side of the mat. Tuck the toes under, come back into your plank. So hitting the other side. Hands are underneath the shoulders, tuck the tailbone, press the floor away, pick that chin up, breathing and holding here. Yes, you've got this. Lengthening from the crown of your head, pressing energy out of your heels, squeezing your glutes for 8, 7, 6, and then we find that side plank in 4, 3, 2, step your right hand towards the center of the mat, open up into your side plank. Again, remember you can stack your feet, stagger your feet, drop your bottom knee. We're not here for long. You've got this. Holding 8, 7, 6, chin up. Good. Breathing 5, 4, 3, 2, hand to hip. Drop your front foot. Drop your bottom knee. Coming into our side kneeling position. Hand just outside your shoulder, leg just outside your hip. Good, float that leg up to hip height. Tap and lift. So we want to draw the belly in. Hand can be behind the head, hand can be at the hip. Good, exhale to lift. Really control the lift and control the lower. So we want to kick up and slam down. We want to drag up and push down. It doesn't have to be slow. It just has to be done with a little bit of resistance. Lift and lower. Good, straight up and down, reaching through those toes. Beautiful, go for 4, 3, 2, hold it up there. Good, now we find that rotation. Exhale, rotate, open, tap, and lift. Now remember, you can keep the toes down and just work on rotating, keeping the pelvis steady, scooping the belly, right? Otherwise, you're here really challenging your core, your stability, your balance, and your focus. Awesome. Twist, open, tap. You've got 2 more. You can do it. I'm right there with you. Use that breath. Good, now holding it up, little lifts here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pivot towards the front of the mat, keeping your left leg long. Good, hands come underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hip. Left leg is nice and long, tuck the tailbone under, lift the belly in and up, point through the toes, it's squeeze to lift and lower. So in this position, be super mindful of your weight and your weight distribution, especially as we fatigue. So often when we get to the second side, we tend to dip down into the supporting side, right? We want to keep our weight evenly distributed so that we're working our body as symmetrically as possible, and so that we're just in control of where we are in space, right? Exhale, lift, and tap. Go for 3. Deep squeeze through the glutes. 2. Go to the last one, holding it up. Now hand comes behind the head, keeping that leg lifted. Exhale, twist, open, tap, return. Twist, open, tap, return. So again, you can drop your foot down and just work on that rotation, keeping the pelvis steady. Otherwise, you're really trying to challenge that balance, challenge that core. Good. 2 more. So good, so good. You've got it. Last one. Beautiful. Hold that leg up. Hand comes back to the ground. Circle in and around. In and around. Yes, you've got it. Keep that leg up at hip height. In and around. Good. Draw the shoulders down. Pick the chin up. Circle in and around. Good. Now reverse that circle. Keep that leg up high. Beautiful. Belly is in your breathing. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Pull the knee in. Sit the hips down. Rest the head down. Amazing. Big breath in. Full breath out. Let's drop the right hips down to the mat and come into our mermaid stretch on this side. Send the right forearm down to the floor. Inhale as you lift that left arm up over the side of your face, a nice deep side bend. And then exhale, lift and twist, tucking the chin and rounding forward, feeling a nice deep stretch through that low side body. Coming down, lift and extend. Good, and exhale, tuck, scoop, and round. Good. We're going to swing our legs around, scooch up to the top of the mat, lengthen through your legs, flex your feet, reach your arms forward, and take 6 counts down to the mat here. Take it down in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands are going to come behind your head. Bend into your knees. Walk your feet in, lifting your heels up, coming to the ball mounts, the tippy toes. Knees and feet are hips width distance. Press your low back toward the floor, pull your ribs in. We're gonna step the left toes out just a little bit further so we have a little bit more range of motion. Inhale to prepare, exhale, curl the shoulder blades up, bring that left thigh in, tap the toes, and then we extend, kick as we curl and tap the toes. So it's thigh pull, tap, leg kick, tap, thigh pull, tap, leg kick, tap. And there's no need to rush this movement, right? Follow your movement with your breath. Really articulate the thigh, pulling in towards the chest, the leg, lengthening over the hip. Good, it's kick and tap. Pull, tap, kick, tap. And then that right side is perfectly stable, right? We're really staying high on that heel, and we're lifting the chest straight up through center. Go for 3, and kick. Good, elbows stay wide, chin stays up, kick. Last 2. Good, hold that leg, curl the shoulders up 1 inch higher. Inhale, lower down for 2, and exhale, lift. So as we lift and lower with control, can you press even more firmly down through the toes and the ball mound of the right foot? Keep the chest up, lifting and lowering with control. Good, let's bring that leg to about halfway, 45 degrees, and we twist right shoulder over to the left thigh, tap down through center. Exhale, lift, twist, and tap. We are solid in that right side. It is not moving at all. It is super firm and steady. You have 3. Awesome, you guys. 2. Last 1. Drop your right heel down. Extend your left leg. Nice and long. Good. Reach for the back of your left leg. Hug it in. Nice gentle hamstring stretch. Lengthen through your left leg. Anchor through your left heel. So really active through that left leg. Arms are going to come out to the sides. Press firmly into your palms. Spread your fingers wide. Point through your toes. Inhale, take it across. Down, and exhale, lift. So we draw that big toe across the midline. Down, and exhale, lift. Try to keep your pelvis nailed to the floor. Hip bones not wobbling side to side. Ribs are in toward the midline. Low back is flat. So we are bracing the rest of the body here for stability. And we're working the weight of the leg in the hip socket, really asking the low abdominals to do this heavy lifting for us. Taking it down, exhale, lift. I don't care how big or fast your circle is. I care how controlled it is. So focus on that. 2 more. You got it. Back to center now. Flex your heel. Take the circle out, down, and around. So as we flex, we can feel the inner thigh working a little bit more. We can feel the hamstring start to engage a little bit more. Notice if your right leg is rocking around. Really flex strongly through that right foot. Anchor it into the floor. Good. Go for 4. Kick your heel up to the sky. 3. Exhale, lift. Here's 2. Good. Last 1. Nice. Now point through your toes. Drag your right heel in. Heel towards your glutes. Press your foot flat to the floor. Left leg stays extended. Exhale, lift to bridge and lower. Lift and lower. Good. So hips come straight up. Adjust your foot if you need to. Bring that heel in a little bit more close to your glutes. Good. Pressing firmly across the top of your back. Anchoring through the backs of your arms. You've got it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold those hips nice and high, pointing through those toes. Inhale, lower down, and exhale, kick. Down, exhale, kick. If you need a modification, drop your hips down. Keep your back flat and your ribs in. You have 3. Kick. 2. Kick. Last 1. Hold it high. Now bend your knee. Drop your foot and lower yourself all the way down. Pull your knees in. Rock side to side. Tippy toes to the mat. Heels are lifted. Hands come behind the head. Elbows nice and wide. Right leg this time. We're going to exhale, lift thigh in. Tap, kick, tap. It's pull, tap, lift, kick, tap. Up and in, and kick. Up and in, and kick. Nice work. So we lift straight through center, taking our time to bring everything back to center, and then right back up. Good. Chin stays up off the chest. Elbows stay nice and wide. Low back stays nice and flat.
Press firmly through that left foot. Give me 3. And kick. Good. 2. Kick. Last one here. Hold it nice and long here. Curl up 1 more inch. Inhale, lower down for 2. And exhale, lift. If you need a modification here, forgot to say this earlier, but always a modification for core. When we're doing fancy footwork especially, drop your head, neck, and shoulders. Focus on stabilizing the pelvis. Good. Go for 3. And exhale, lift 2. Good. Last one, we bring it back to 45 degrees. Bend into that knee. Twist left shoulder over. And tap down through center. It's twist and tap. Twist and tap. Good. Pressing firmly through that left side. That left side hasn't budged an inch. You've got this. 4 and 3. Last 2. Last one. Back to center. Go ahead. Drop your left heel. Lengthen through your right leg. Give yourself a gentle hamstring stretch here. Nice work. Extend your left leg long, flex through your foot, anchor through your heel, pointing through your right toes. Send your arms out to the side, spread your fingers wide. Inhale across, down and exhale, lift. Across, down and exhale, lift. Good. Go for 4 and 3. Take it across, down and exhale, lift. So really reaching through that right leg, trying to keep the rest of the body super still as we work that right leg through that hip socket. Ribs pull in. Nice work. 3 more. 2. Last one. Back to center. Flex your heel. Reverse your circle. Inhale out. Down and exhale up. Feeling that hamstring, that inner thigh working a little bit more. Really kicking through that heel with lots of energy. Noticing if that left side is starting to wobble or if you're just losing that mind-body connection here as you start to fatigue. Really tap into that breath. Stay focused here for 3 and 2 and 1. Back to center. Point your toes. Drag your left heel in, keeping your back flat. Bring it all the way in towards your glutes. Keep your arms nice and wide here. It's lift and lower. So right into that single leg bridge. You can always bring both feet back down to the floor if you need to. Press firmly through that left foot. Squeeze the glutes at the top and really reach actively through your right toes. Go for 3, 2. Last one, holding it high. Inhale, down. Exhale, kick it up. Down and exhale, kick. Try to keep your hips level and steady. Always an option to drop the hips down, keeping the back flat. Good. Go for 4. Kick. 3. Kick. Chin is up. Breathing. 2. Holding it high. Lift up 1 more inch. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Bend your knee. Come all the way down. Pull your knees in. Rock it side to side. Amazing work. We're going to keep our knees in, hands to shins. Curl the shoulder blades up. Rock up and down the length of your spine, massaging your back. Good. Building some momentum to rock up to a seated position. And we're going to swing our legs around and come into our forearm plank and end here. This is our last challenge of the day. Elbows down to the floor, forearms flat. Tuck the toes under, coming into your forearm plank. And we're going to be moving from forearm plank. Exhale, piking the hips up. Inhale, coming forward. And exhale, piking the hips up. So we really want to press firmly through the forearms. Send the shoulder blades down the back. So you feel the back of the body engage. You feel the lats and the serratus muscles really working here alongside the shoulders. Exhale, lift your hips high. Draw your belly in deeply. Keep your gaze kind of right where it is the entire time. So we're not moving our chin at all. We're keeping our neck nice and long. Chin up off our chest. Hold back in that pike position and start to bend into the right knee, straighten. Bend into the left knee, straighten. Really trying to push the floor away. Keep the shoulder blades down the back. The hips nice and high. And as you're pedaling out through these knees, I want you to slowly start to bring the hips down a little bit, kind of walking ourselves from pike back into our forearm plank, nice and slow. And then once you get into that forearm plank, find stillness, push the floor away, breathe and hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop your knees and bring your hips to your heels. Amazing job. Send your arms back alongside you and the top of the forehead or the crown of the head towards the floor as you rest your chest on top of your thighs. Let your shoulders roll forward, just let them release. And breathe deeply here, massaging your internal organs as you kind of apply just gentle pressure, top of the body onto the tops of the thighs. Big breath in, full breath out. Good. Reach your arms forward here. Keep your hips connected to your heels. Slowly start to crawl your hands out to the right. Good. Keeping your hips connected so you feel a nice deep side body stretch. Along the left side of the body, keep your head down towards the floor. Beautiful. And then come back through center and over to the left, keeping those hips connected, keeping the gaze down towards the floor. Back of the neck is long. Deep breaths in to deepen the stretch. Full exhale. Good. Let's walk it back to center. Find tabletop, moving into cat-cow. So inhale as you drop your belly, hands are underneath your shoulders. Good. Exhale as you round through your spine, tucking your chin in, scooping your belly. Good. Inhale, draw your shoulders away from your ears. Bring your gaze up. Exhale, tuck, scoop around. Good. One more time. Inhale, stretch the front of the body. Exhale and stretch the back of the body. Beautiful. Come back to that neutral spine. Send your toes out to the edge of the mat. Tuck them under. Lift your hips up and back. Good. Adjust your feet as needed. Pedal out through those heels. Lengthening through the backs of the legs. Spread your fingers wide. Melt your chest towards the top of your thighs. Good. Bend into your knees. Bring your gaze forward and just carefully walk your feet up towards your hands. Take a bigger bend in your knees here. Drop your head fully. Really let it hang. If you need some assistance with some stretches for the neck, if you'd like a neck stretch, you can interlace your fingers behind the base of your skull and just draw down gently, hugging your elbows in. Just applying a bit of pressure to the base of your neck. If you're there, release your arms long. Bring your arms long towards the floor. Deep bend in your knees. Drop your glutes a little and inhale as you slowly roll up, stacking your spine. Gazes at your toes until you're stacking shoulders over hips. Good, and then turn to the center of your mat, walking your feet underneath your hips. Take a big inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands down in front of your chest one more time. Big inhale. And exhale. Pause here. Take a moment to thank yourself and to thank your body for all of your hard work. I thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.